Okay, hello guys. Today we're going to watch Mr. Bean at the swimming pool. So let's listen and let's learn some vocabulary. So here we go. So it looks like Mr. Bean is coming out of the changing rooms. So behind Mr. Bean, these are the changing rooms, and Mr. Bean is coming out of the changing rooms right now. It looks like he's wearing some swim shorts. Some yellow, blue, and orange swim shorts. So Mr. Bean is wearing yellow, blue, and orange swim shorts, and he is coming out of the changing rooms right now. So he has just come out of the changing rooms here. So he has come out of the changing rooms, and now he's looking at the swimming pool. So here we have two slides, but they are two slides in the shape of an elephant. So we have one slide and another slide. There are two slides here. Usually children will play on the slides at the swimming pool, but it looks like Mr. Bean is going to try and go on the swimming pool, on the slide, sorry. It looks like Mr. Bean is going to try the slide now. So let's see if Mr. Bean tries to slide down the slide here. So Mr. Bean was stroking the elephant. So he climbed on top of the slide and he started stroking the elephant here. I don't know why. He's a bit of a funny guy. Okay, so he climbed on top of the slide and he's stroking the elephant. So now Mr. Bean is sitting on top of the slide and it looks like he's ready to slide in to the swimming pool. So it looks like Mr. Bean is ready to slide in any second now. So what's happened is the lifeguard, this is the man here in the white shirt. The lifeguard is the man who is responsible for keeping everybody safe at the swimming pool. So this is the lifeguard wearing the white t-shirt, and the lifeguard blows his whistle. So he blows his whistle to get the attention of Mr. Bean. So the lifeguard here, he blows his whistle here. So you can see him, he picks up his whistle to blow his whistle. And now Mr. Bean here is hanging on. So he's hanging on to the top of the slide now because he is a crazy guy. And Mr. Bean is hanging on to the top of the slide because the lifeguard has blown his whistle. So the lifeguard has just blown his whistle there. Okay, so the lifeguard blew his whistle, and now Mr. Bean is hanging on to the top of the slide. So his hands are hanging on or holding on to the top of the slide here.
Please.
So it looks like Mr. Bean has just seen. I'm using the present perfect tense here, guys. Use the present perfect tense to talk about things that have just happened. So he has just seen the diving platform here. So he's looking at the diving platform. So this is the diving platform. Yeah, and it looks like Mr. Bean has just seen the diving platform. And now he's thinking, I think that he is thinking of climbing up the diving platform now. So Mr. Bean is probably going to climb the diving platform now. Right, so Mr. Bean just ran around the swimming pool. He's got a funny kind of run. And now it looks like he's climbing the ladder. So Mr. Bean is now climbing the ladder up to the diving platform at the top. So here he is climbing up. He's climbing up the ladder to go up to the top of the diving platform. So Mr. Bean, he climbed up one level and now he's climbing up to the next level. So the diving platform has two levels, two different levels. And he climbed up the first level and then he carried on, he carried on climbing. So past the first level, he carried on climbing all the way up to the second level. You see this? So now he's at the first level and now he's going to climb up to the second level up here. So now he's at the second level of the diving platform. So I think that Mr. Bean, he looked down over the edge of the diving platform. And you can see here that he was shocked by the height. So he was very surprised at the height of the diving platform. So he looked down and he was very surprised. He was startled. So Mr. Bean was startled by the height of the second level of the diving platform. Okay, so Mr. Bean looked down and he was very startled. So he was extremely startled when he saw the height that he was at. Okay, so he was very startled when he saw the height that he was standing at. And then he is now he is hanging on. He is hanging on to the metal bar. So Mr. Bean has his two hands and both of his hands are holding on to the metal bar. So now he is hanging on to the metal bar here because Mr. Bean, he looked down over the diving platform and he was startled. He was very startled by the height that he was at. So now he's hanging on to the diving platform here because I think he's extremely scared now. You can see that Mr. Bean is if you look at Mr. Bean's face, we can see that he is scared, he is frightened. Actually, to be honest, I think he is petrified. So Mr. Bean, if you look at Mr. Bean's face, he looks petrified, to be honest. He is absolutely petrified, Mr. Bean here, because he looked over the edge of the diving platform and he was very startled when he saw the height of the diving platform. And I think now he is absolutely petrified. I think maybe Mr. Bean does not like heights. I think he is not a fan. He's not a fan of heights, Mr. Bean, I don't think. So Mr. Bean is definitely petrified of heights, I think. He is absolutely petrified. And now he's reaching. You see his left hand here. His left hand is reaching to try and reach the metal bar on the other side. It looks like his legs are shaking. His whole body, I think his whole body is shaking, or his whole body is shivering, almost shaking and shivering because he's so petrified of the height of the diving platform. Yeah. So now obviously he's so petrified of the height that now he's lying down on the platform, I think because he is scared of falling off. I think that he's very scared of falling off the top of the diving platform. So he is so scared. he is so petrified that he is actually lying down, and he's lying on his chest, on his stomach. So he's lying down face first. So you see his face here. He is facing downwards, yes. So he's lying face first on the stomach, on the diving platform, because he's so petrified that he's lying down face first on the diving platform, on his stomach and on his chest. So now it looks like he's approaching the edge. So Mr. Bean here, he's approaching the edge of the diving platform. So he's still petrified, he's still frightened, but he is now approaching the edge of the diving platform. And he's going to look over the edge of the diving platform, or he's going to peer over the edge here. So Mr. Bean, he is so scared, so frightened, so petrified, but he wants to look over the edge. He wants to peer. He is going to peer over the edge, just to peer over the edge to see how far down it is, to see how high he is. So he's peering over the edge because he wants to see how high he is right now. And now so I think Mr. Bean now, he feels because two children have come up. So two children have climbed up. I'm using the present perfect tense here because it has just happened. So two children have climbed up to the second level of the diving platform, and now Mr. Bean feels a bit embarrassed. I think he is feeling a bit awkward. So he's a bit embarrassed, a bit awkward now, because the two children are watching him. So now he's trying to pretend like everything is okay. He's trying to act. He's acting relaxed now. He's acting cool. Mr. Bean is trying to act cool now because he's embarrassed and he's ashamed. Maybe not ashamed. Let's say embarrassed that he's so scared. Now we can see he's still Mr. Bean is still shaking. He's still trembling. So Mr. Bean is still trembling so much because he's so high up and he's petrified because he's on the top of the second platform there, and he is trembling. His whole body is trembling like this because he's so frightened. So he's approaching the edge of the diving platform slowly. And instead of diving off the front of the diving platform like he was supposed to, so instead of diving off, he was supposed to dive off the platform, right? He was supposed to dive off, but instead he just kind of rolled backwards. He rolled backwards, and now he has fallen onto his side. So he rolled backwards and fell onto his side like this because he's so petrified of the heights, so frightened. I think that he could not. He was too scared to dive off the top of the diving platform. So instead, he just rolled over onto his side. I don't know how to explain what he's doing now. So now he's climbing off the edge of the diving platform. And now he still looks absolutely petrified. And now he's hanging on again. He is hanging on to the diving platform. He still looks petrified, but he is slowly climbing down, and he's now hanging on the top of the diving platform. Now the lifeguard so the lifeguard now has noticed. The lifeguard has noticed Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean, who is hanging off the top of the platform. Now the lifeguard has noticed what Mr. Bean is doing. Now he's hanging on by one hand. And now this child here, the child on the left, is whispering. So he is whispering into the other child's, the other boy. These are two boys. The boy on the left is whispering into the ear of the other boy. I wonder what they said. Now, so the boy, what he did here is he stamped. So the left boy stamped on Mr. Bean's hand. Look at this, stamp. So what the boy has done here, he has stamped on the on Mr. Bean's hand, which forces him to let go. So because the boy stamped on Mr. Bean's hand, it forces him to let go now. And so now Mr. Bean is going to fall. Mr. Bean is going to fall into the swimming pool because the boy has stamped down on Mr. Bean's hand. Mr. Bean's hand, which was hanging on to the platform, and the boy has stamped on his hands now. And we can see Mr. Bean falls into the swimming pool and he makes a big splash. Look at this, splash. So Mr. Bean has made a big splash here as he hits the water. He makes a big splash when he hits the water here. Such a big splash here. And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope that was helpful. Bye-bye. Thank you.